Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Leanne Waldvogel,
Yes, here.
Jamie Bowman, Frank Myers, Donna Roush here, Martha Patterson.
Here.
We have a quorum.
I swear I don't have a cold. Just got allergies. I think I'm allergic to you.
Guess she's gonna have to walk home. I wouldn't do that to her.
May we have a vote whether to approve the agenda for tonight, please?
I vote we approve it.
I'm second.
Aye.
It should be easy tonight.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
In the minutes from the January 17th meeting,
I make a motion to approve.
A second.
all in favor?
Aye.
The only thing I've noticed is this was written for March 21st.
Oh, okay. So the introduction of evidence, I would ask that the commission approve into the record the evidence for the St. Genevieve Municipal Code, the design guidelines for St. Genevieve, and the relevant staff reports that are here this evening.
Make a motion we approve.
I'll second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
So on old business, we still have tabled 242 Leahy. I received an email from Mr. Thomas right before 5 o'clock, and he's not going to be able to make it this evening, so that's going to have to remain until the March meeting. Which takes us on to new business. SGHCO 16-18, a request to receive a certificate of appropriateness to replace the existing wood windows with replacement wood windows with a vinyl clad on the exterior only, same size and grid pattern, and to replace the standing seam roof on the summer kitchen with an exposed fastener metal roof to match the roof on the house that had been previously done at 164 Jefferson Street. And the owners, Gary and Jerry Grass, are here. If you guys would, one of you or both of you come up to the podium, and that way if the commissioners have any questions on the project, the windows that they're requesting to replace with are this type of window that the commissioners have seen before on other houses here in town. Wood on the inside with the vinyl cladding on the outside. They do not want to change the opening size of the windows. Going in with replacement windows, those will be double hung windows. If not that particular brand, then a similar to that same style of window.
I'm just happy that you're rescuing this house.
Yeah, the house is really pretty.
It-
Well, not in its current condition, but it's going to be.
I don't even call this a rehab house, I call it a rescue house.
Well, yeah, exactly. You have no idea.
We will gladly accept donations.
Yeah.
If only we could.
We had to rescue a couple dogs out of it after we got it. There wasn't a couple.
And the replacement windows will be the same pattern, the 2/2.
Yeah, yep.
Having read through all of this, I honestly don't see a problem.
I don't either.
So
Is that a motion?
that is a motion to accept it, yes.
And
To
I will
approve.
second it.
So we have a motion and a second to accept the request as stated. Any further discussion?
Just on the old summer house, are you planning any other repairs to that?
Yeah,
old thing?
on the little brick building behind it, yeah. From the roof being as bad as it has caused a lot of the, what do you call the brick?
The mortar.
The
Yeah,
mortar.
the mortars.
Yeah, there's a big pile in there. It's kind of ruining
Yeah.
the structure as it is. So the roof needs to get repaired. It's already got some damage, but,
Yeah, we're gonna rebuild, I mean, it'll be repaired, the building will be repaired.
yeah.
All right, for the motion to approve as stated, to have a
I'll
vote,
make a motion.
all in
to
favor?
approve.
Aye.
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 I thought we were voting on the roof.
No, it's
That
all the
was
same
just a
project.
question. Same project.
Sorry. I'll be better tomorrow, maybe.
But, yeah, it looks good, and
Okay,
thank you for fixing the place up.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
So that takes us to administrative approvals. The only administrative approval that I had since the last meeting was on this same house at 164 Jefferson. The owners there was on the back section of the house where the porch used to be, they had closed that in and made some kind of a storage room or something out of it. So their wishes were to remove those 2 walls, and the porch columns were still standing, and they just built around them. So they put that back to its original state and replaced the deck boards that were rotten on there. And so they said, yes, please.
Ah, yes.
And that is the only thing I have on administrative approvals,
Well,
which,
other business.
yeah, which takes us over to other business where Jeff and Robbie from the Bullduke Properties would like to just discuss with the commissioners about the potential of using a rubber plastic faux cedar shakes shingle. So if one or both of you would like to go to the podium to discuss.
Why don't you speak and I'll model?
Okay, thank you, man. Continue my career, yes. That, as Carla was saying, we're not at the point where we're actually requesting to do this, but we wanted to show you what one of our contractors brought us at one point and get a consideration to see if it's worth pursuing. Because if you just look at it and say, nah, it won't work, then that saves us trouble and we won't proceed. These are called EchoStar. EchoStar LLC is the company that makes them. They are actually technically classed as synthetic roofing tiles. They are made from recycled rubber and plastic. And as you can see, they come in a bundle, just like regular shakes or shingles. You put them in individually. It's not like some big pre-manufactured sheet that you plop up there and it looks. Yeah. We were kind of intrigued by these, in part because there is a matter of cost. I haven't done all the comparisons yet, but it's probably less expensive than going with true cedar these days. The key thing is they come with a 50-year warranty on materials and labor. We're kind of getting in one of the things, I don't know if any of you all have run into this yet, but there is a growing concern that the quality of cedar shakes is deteriorating, and that they have to be, what is being produced and sold and installed has to be replaced sooner. Some have said as early as 5 years, and then there's other people that, oh, it's longer than that, but you have to take care of it, you know, do that annual maintenance and all the work that, you know, goes with a real cedar roof. They are, I mean, the 50-year warranty was a real appealing thought. Come in multiple widths and colors. They're rot and cracking resistant, fire resistant. You can get A and different versions with A and C fire ratings. Less maintenance, mold resistant, but they're not real. And that's why we wanted to talk to you folks about it and see if it would be considered. If, you know, it's like the last time we did Old Duke House, what, that was 80,000? Yeah, for the, so it is a significant cost factor, and having something that comes with a 50-year materials and labor warranty, it's pretty appealing. I wish I could give you more information on. I've just started doing research on them. You know, comments that people have had on how they hold up. The company that makes them has been around for 20 years, so.
Well, they've been made for 20 years, but they're guaranteed for 50.
Yeah.
I'd kind of like to see how they look after they've weathered a while.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, and you know what, if you think it's worth taking a further look, I can do some more research.
Yeah, I'd like to see
And
some,
see if we can find some
documentation
pictures
on it,
or if there are any installations in the area that we could go look at and
yeah, that would
talk to the owners about it. But like I say, before we went to that level of effort, we wanted to talk to you all and see if it was a flat out no, or let's think about it and look at it some more.
Let's think about it, look at it some more.
Yeah, if you could find some documentation on it and some photographs, or if you could find someone that has it
Okay.
in the general area, that would be
You'd
really
be
good.
willing to, open to continuing the conversation? Okay. Well, and you know, and that's the other thing, if they do really last like they say they do, and if the price is in fact more reasonable, then, you know, not only is it something might work for us on some of our buildings, but, you know, other folks in the community that are struggling with trying to get something that looks right but is more cost effective. It might give them another arrow in their quiver.
One of these on,
Me personally,
yeah,
the state,
you know, your personal opinion on the Felix Valley House.
I would imagine that would be a specialist installation, wouldn't it? And wouldn't there be anyone in the area that can repair if it needs it?
These were brought to us by a contractor out of Perryville, so not too far.
how does it hold up to the sun? As far as fading and,
That's in the literature I've looked at so far. I haven't found, you know, in effect, the colors are kind of pre-faded.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that's another thing to look into.
Yeah, plastic in the Missouri sun tends to get really brittle.
Hmm.
Have to replace
To
mine.
me, the thing is, it's just not real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bulldog House is one of the treasures of St. Genevieve. It's so authentic. It's something, it's a treasure, it's a gem. And it's real. That's my problem.
Yeah.
which house again?
Now,
Well, this would be for the Bolduc Limier house. The roof's in bad shape and we're aiming to fix it this year, but before we started getting too much more involved in the research, like you said, we wanted to see if you would be interested in talking about it a little bit more in depth. Because again, I came to Carla about this on Friday, and just honest with you, we haven't been a little busy with some other things on campus. And we're
Thank
also
you.
actually looking to work on the back porch of that house too this year as well. But before we got too heavily involved in doing research, we wanted to see if that was something, if you guys had heard of it, seen it before. You know, I know a little bit more than Jeff. There's always the cost versus real, especially when it comes to roofs, with this committee, and it's a needed dialogue. So we wanted to be honest.
As a trained historic preservationist,
Mhm. Yeah.
and I do understand the cost of cedar. We just did that roof.
Yeah.
Right.
And, and how hard it is to get the good quality. You have to go kind of farther out to get it.
Yeah.
Um,
And if you don't get good stuff, like I said, from what they're saying these days, you might as well
mhm.
forget it.
We just
Yeah.
talked to somebody in Illinois who said they plan on doing them every 10 years.
And that's, you know, looking for an alternative that unfortunately still at the heart of it, you know, as you say, it's not real.
It's not real.
But we've also got to be realistic about what we've got, especially as the, you know, we're trying to take better care of the buildings. And then, I probably shouldn't have said that. Can you strike that from the record?
Me too, every day.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Have you talked to anyone like National Park Service to see their take on it?
Not yet.
Because, you know, they're
That's
always
a-
up on that stuff. And,
Yeah.
and,
That's a really good thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, they may or may not allow that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's an excellent thought, and we've got a number of things we got to talk to them about, so we'll just add that to the list. So, but in a way, you know, we figured it was also worth coming by and talking to you because one imagines that you're going to start seeing this more often, and so. We will work on seeing what we can find out more. We'll talk to Park Service. We'll find out about fading and anybody that has experience with them. I want to do cost comparisons. I don't know if you remember off the top of your head when you were doing the roof there, what a bundle of cedar shakes cost you.
I don't. I just remember what the total was, and we had in-house labor, so
So
it was enough.
Yeah, yeah. It's.
But if you want to come by, I have all that, so I
Okay.
can tell you.
All right. Wonderful. Anything else
No.
care to add, sir?
No, I think that covers it.
Okay.
Unless you guys have any more questions you want us to look into.
No?
I can't think of anything at this point because, yeah, like you said, a little more documentation and we can talk about it.
Okay. That's all we needed to hear.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the time and attention.
Okay, with that is the last thing, unless, Mark, do you have any public comments?
No.
Then we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we
And
adjourn.
I'll second it. All in favor, aye.
Aye. Aye.
Boy, I wish all.